Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, because I fixed the other one. Okay, that's what I thought.
Sunday to Sunday, huh?
Oh, it's and Sunday night.
Yes, exactly what I
Monday,
was.
yeah, Monday to Sunday.
Monday to
Sunday
Sunday
Sunday.
night. Sunday night's the cutoff for the.
Yes, that knew what I was talking about. Wow.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh my
We're on
goodness.
YouTube. Okay, go ahead, let them in.
We on episode 6?
I think it's episode 5.
5? We'll go 5. That sounds good.
5 for this. Yeah,
5's a good number.
Yeah, we're 5. I'm
We
keeping
like
track.
5. We like 5.
That's 5.
Welcome to RRR247 episode 5. There we go. Whoop. Regina, can I just say before we get going, it's good to see your face on here all the time again. Good deal. So Roger, I said, hola. Woo, happy Tuesday, everybody. I know we can't be as happy as Jenny Post and smiling like that all the time, but we can be happy.
Red and purple tips. It's an emergency meeting. We had about 1,300.
Well, let's watch the noise in the background. If you got a TV or anything going on, just mute yourself like I just did there. He said hi. Thank you. Good to see you. All right. Happy Tuesday. And welcome to the RRR247 podcast, episode 5. Yep, episode 5. We're rolling now. And it's a great night to be here. We got a lot of great things happening. We just had a really good call with all the instructors, and Roy laid down so many golden nuggets. I just stopped writing and had to focus and pay attention. And I don't know how you guys take notes, but if I'm taking notes, I'm not paying attention enough. So I kind of just listen, and then I take care of my notes later. It was a great call, needless to say, because there's so many great things always happen every week. And I just think, wow, we can't add anything else great to this, Jenny, can we? Linda? Dina, there's no more greatness that we can add here, is there? And he finds a way. It just keeps pouring out. He's got like this greatness carafe that just more greatness, just more good stuff just keeps pouring out of it somehow. So if you're brand new, welcome. You are here at an amazing time for RRR247, and it's just exciting. When you logged in and said, yes, you're supposed to be here, I'm telling you guys now, you're in the right place at the right time, and yes, you're supposed to be here. So I want to make a couple announcements about Tuesday night. One, it's the most important night of the week. Absolutely, positively, if you're new, please write this down somewhere. Never miss a Tuesday night call. All of the important announcements, all of the really deep trainings to help you. Anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add something to the system to help you hit your goals, to help you make more money, to help you stretch out and do whatever you want and go into different countries or whatever it is. Anytime they're going to add something to help everybody, it'll always be added, launched, announced on Tuesday night. Never any other night of the week, ever. It'll always be Tuesday night. And then he'll do a deeper training on Saturday morning so more people can attend the in-depth training. But it'll always, 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 always be announced on Tuesday night. What's the other great thing that happens on Tuesday night, Linda? We get to meet all the new people, huh? Every week, there's somewhere between 10 and 30 brand new people joining the team, joining the family, joining the crew. And it's just, it's exciting to see. Whoever got you here, they want to know that you made it on. Roy's listening. You get to announce your name for the first time and let them know you're part of the team now. And we all want to be the first to welcome you. Well, the second, because whoever got you here is probably the first to welcome you. We want to welcome you to the family. We like seeing all the different states being represented, and it's actually a lot of fun to watch, see the growth that's happening, that we're having because we're doing everything right. So if you're brand new, click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner of your Zoom screen here, or hit the space bar on your keyboard and say hello. And don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Hello, this is Rebecca from Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. I can't tell you how much you just made Linda's day. Be the first one to sound off, and you're from Ohio. Welcome. Congratulations. Glad you're here. Amy from Kansas. Glad you're here. Welcome.
Where?
You said Amy.
All right. Anybody else? If you're brand new, click the little microphone, say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from.
Hey,
Earl from Connecticut.
Earl from Connecticut. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it.
Jolene from
Brandy from
Pennsylvania.
Iowa.
Jolene from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Glad you made it. And
Thank
Brandy,
you.
go ahead.
Brandy from Iowa.
Brandy from Iowa. Welcome, Brandy. Glad you made it.
Dolores Jones from St. Louis.
Dolores from St. Louis. Welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it. Glad you're here. Welcome to the team. Linda, you want to change her name? Can you? Or is that me? I'll do it. Dolores. Must be probably going to spell it wrong. I hope I don't. Delores.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Jolene, I'm going to try to change yours too.
Fantastic. There we go. Welcome, everybody, to the RRR247 podcast number 5. RRR247 podcast number 5. We're rolling, and we've got so much new stuff, great stuff, energizing stuff, so many great things happening that you're here at the right time. If you're brand new and you're just joining us, then you are here at an incredible time. And anybody that's been around for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, or a couple of years will tell you this is truly some of the most exciting days since we've been a part of this team, right, Candace? Yep. Look, I love watching people go like this. Yep. That's why I go like that, because I'll get dizzy if I do this one or get vertigo or something. Welcome again, everybody. RRR247 podcast number 5. And there's a lot of big announcements coming your way. We also love to hear, if you're brand new, I said this a minute ago, we got a lot of people that just came in. If you're brand new, I want you guys to write this down. Please, Dolores, everybody else, write this down. Never miss a Tuesday call, ever. All of the very important announcements that you need to control your rate of success here, to control your growth, is always going to be talked about, announced, and given to you on Tuesday night. Anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add a product, a service, a tool, it'll always be Tuesday night, never any other night of the week. And then sometimes you're just going to get to meet different parts of the leadership. If you go back and listen to the last, 25, 30 or more Tuesday night calls, you'll get to meet all the different parts of the leadership here and get to know those stories and the people behind the scenes that are doing so much to help build this business for everybody. Listen to those, get to know those stories. And then, of course, anything, Rory and Tanya might just get on here, Rory or Tanya, or both sometimes, just get on here and share an unbelievable list of golden nuggets, an unbelievable list of tips to teach you how to be successful. And you never know when that one little thing is going to be shared with you that is the breaking point for your career. That one golden nugget, that aha moment that makes you go, wow, I get it now. Wow, I know I can do this. And, if that guy nodding his head gets vertigo and he can do this, well, then I know I can do it too. That's the feeling we want you to have all the time. So welcome to the family, welcome to the team. But we also love meeting all the new people as well. Whoever got you here, they love to know that you made it on. We're waiting for all the Floridians to sound off. Hopefully that's going to happen really soon. Rory would love to hear that you made it on. And we want to welcome you to the family. So last call for this. If you're brand new, didn't get a chance to say hello yet, click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hold the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Hello, this is Jeff Greenberg from Sierra Vista, Arizona.
Fantastic, Jeff. Arizona's in the house. Thank you, sir. Glad you made it.
Hello,
Go ahead, Chris.
Dina. Can you hear
Dina.
me? I'm not confused.
I can hear you.
Oh, good. I'm new and I'm in Idaho.
You're in Idaho. What is your name?
Christina Clark. I
Christina.
don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why it
I
says
seen
what
the
it
Chris
says.
and I liked it, but that's okay. Is it Christina with a K?
Yes.
All right. Well, Christina with a K, welcome to the call. Welcome to the team. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, hi,
Hello.
from North Carolina.
Hello.
Cheryl from North Carolina and Jovita from where?
Javita from New York.
New York is in the house. North Carolina and New York and Idaho are all here. Fantastic. Glad you made it. Anybody in
Hi,
Cheryl? Go ahead.
hi.
Hello.
I'm Jerry from North Carolina. I'm trying to figure this out. my camera is not working for some reason, but I wanted to introduce myself.
Fantastic. Gerald, glad you're here. I can't fix your camera without seeing your screen. But it's in the settings somewhere. Look down below. There's a little video camera icon. There's a carrot next to it to pop up. Switch cameras. Look at the different cameras. Look at your choices, and one of them will probably work.
Hello,
Your name
can
is-
you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Salome Cash. I'm calling from St. Joseph, Missouri.
Salome Cash from St. Joseph, Missouri. Welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it. Welcome to the team. Go ahead, Dobie.
Thank you.
Yes, my name is Dobie. I'm from Michigan.
Michigan's here. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it. And unless I lost count, there might be 11, but I think you're number 10. So thank you, Dobie, for making my story true yet again. Every week there's somewhere between 10 and 30 people joining the team. Now, I know we got some shy people out there. If there's 10, there's probably at least 5 or 6 more. At
And a
least.
couple more for you, Niall, that are in the chat.
Excellent. Go ahead.
I've got Yolanda from Michigan and Gloria from Florida.
Welcome, Yolanda from Michigan, and thank you, Gloria from Florida. So the first person was Ohio, the last person was Florida. Linda and Niall are both very, very happy now. We love seeing Ohio and Florida go, but I'm just kidding. It's a friendly little banter I have between my sister there, and I call her my sister. We're not blood sisters, but she'd be down here if she was, instead of up there in that cold. So, but we love every state in this union. We love every one of you. Hopefully you get to understand our core values. We care for everyone. We love everyone. We strive for excellence every day. We got a leadership team here that does everything they can every single day to make this better, along with our co-founders, Rory and Tanya, and protect this system, protect this business, and make sure it's going to last for a long, long time. That's something that you're building that you can hand off to future generations. That's extremely important to me. It's extremely important to Rory and Tanya. I know it's extremely important to Linda and just about everybody else you're going to meet here. Migdalia, yes? I see the shake of your head. Yes. We're building something that we can have for future generations. And that is fun to see. I got you. So welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. I'm going to hit a couple more buttons here unless somebody else didn't get a chance to say hello and they really want to. You got a couple seconds left while I do this. That's it. There goes that button. There goes that button. That's going to mute everybody out except for our host. So welcome again, everybody, to the RRR247 podcast number 5. If you think I'm a little excited tonight, you're right. I'm always excited on Tuesday night but there's a lot of great things happening here. And I just, at 64 years old, I feel so very alive because I love what we do. I love what we're doing. I love where we're going, and I love helping other people. And I'm happy to be one of the first people here to welcome all of you. What was it? 10 or 11 or 12 brand new people that we've seen tonight. So my name and why I got excited about Florida. My name is Niall. I live in Central Florida with my wife, Dina, that you also see there on the screen. We do this business together, and we're having a time of our lives together because we both have the equal passion for what we're building here and what we're bringing to the table for you. So I've been in the industry for 35 years now, almost 35, 34 and 3/4, something like that. It's been a long time. And I've worked with the Rickards for 30 of those 34 plus years. 30 years now, 3 decades. When I first met Rory, I was just young entrepreneur that didn't have a lot of techie experience. I didn't have a techie background. I really didn't have a marketing or sales background at all either. But I was a young entrepreneur trying to build my business, and I was doing snail mail at the time, and I'm mailing things all over the country. And I needed a voicemail because I wanted to advertise. I was doing that Don Lapre path, if any of you remember him, the top 300 newspapers in the United States. And I really wanted to advertise in all 300 newspapers at the same time and drive it to one voicemail. Everybody said, you need a voicemail, the Rory's got. Go see Rory. Who's this Rory guy? So I dial the number. They get me on the phone with Rory. I meet this young man with a lot of energy, a lot of passion, very friendly, very outgoing. Really liked helping other people and really loved teaching the system that he put together with this voicemail company. And he also had a love for mass communication that I've never really seen before except for maybe a couple of my military days. But something happened on the phone that day that we hit it off. We just connected. He showed me the system. It did take all the volume I could throw at it, guys. But it also did something very special. And it's something that he did, he built into it. I built a network of people around the country, 25, 30, 35, 40,000 people and growing, right? And I can leave a message on that system, just shoot it out to everybody at the same time. Now, I know Christina with a K, she's looking at me like, no, we do that every day. We have that technology. It's amazing. But guess what? This was in the 1990, 91, 92. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. I didn't even have a beeper then. We had none of this technology that we have today, right? Rory was able to do this through the phone company, through a telephone line. And we thought that was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And we did amazing things with it. We were teaching nationwide at the same time, just by leaving messages on that system and shooting a message out to everybody. But when the internet did come out, 93, 94, when we all started getting it in our, those big monitors about this big, bringing them in the house and putting them on our countertops or our desk, that's when he really found his niche, and he went and did some amazing things. He left that company, got online, and became one of the first real gurus out there on the internet. And he started a lead generation company, because what did all of us entrepreneurs need if we're going to hop online also to build our business? And now it wasn't just this country, it's global, right? We needed leads. Nobody knew how to do what he knew how to do. And he produced leads for everybody globally, and all these different companies in all these different countries, and built an incredible company. He became the #1 lead generation company on the internet, and he still holds that title today. Still, nobody knows how to do what he knows how to do. Nobody can produce the quantity of leads he knows how to produce. No one can produce the quality of leads that he knows how to produce. Nobody can do what he knows how to do. And many have tried and they failed, because he's figured something unique out, because of that brain of his. Something that other people actually told him he wouldn't be able to do, but he did it anyway. He believed in it. He went forward. He took the steps, and he did it. And he built it, and he helped a whole lot of people along the way. But what was the other thing that we needed, Jeffrey, back then? We needed a website, right? We needed some place we could send those leads to and read information on a page. Yes, it was one page, Christina. Just one page. Looked like a flyer on the internet back then, right? We needed some place to drive them to where they could read the information. And if they liked what they read, they fill out a form at the end that said, yes, I'm interested. Please give me a call. Some of them said, please give me, email me back. But a lot of people didn't even have email back then. They were just getting online, trying to figure it out. We're still using the telephone a little bit. So there's a lot of other people out there that were building these websites. Some of them were getting like 150 people. For every 50 people that went to the website, one filled out the form and asked for a call. The really good ones out there, and they were expensive. Gosh, they were expensive. They were getting like 1 in 25. We thought that was pretty good. That was a fair price. Roy decided he was going to try his hand at this. The very first website that he built, and it was kind of like one flyer out there on the internet, one page. 1 in 10. Excuse me. I want you guys to write that down. 1 in 10. Does that sound phenomenal? Now it really is the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? But guess what? It wasn't good enough for Rory. He knew he could do better. He wanted to do better. He revamped it, rebuilt it, added some more stuff to it, added more technology to it that he was learning that was coming available, and he got it down to 1 in 5. Nobody could do that. Nobody else knows how to do that. It's phenomenal results. And because of him being the #1 lead gen company and building a website like that to get 1 in 5, we did phenomenal things all over the internet. So let me a little bit about my background. I come from a construction world. I started off in landscaping, and then I started building homes. And then when I hurt my back real bad one time, I actually switched careers, went to school as an adult to be an aviation mechanic and get my associate's degree in avionics. That was my goal. That was my passion. Working on aircraft was going to be my future. I was really excited about that. I probably should have done that in the Army, but I got a chance to do it in the civilian world. And I said, yes, let's go. A wife and 3 kids. Let's go back to school as an adult. It was stressful. It was crazy. I was jamming 16 credits a semester and working my tail off and trying to find as many side jobs as I could after school to keep everything afloat. Because after that many semesters, I had already maxed out my credit cards, drained my savings account. I still had another semester to go. So I was really looking for a way to make a little bit extra money. That's when I found this. When I got involved, I was just looking for a way to make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month, so I could spoil the kids more on the weekend, right? Because it wasn't just tough on me, it was tough on them too. Going back to school as an adult when you got 3 kids in tow, that wasn't easy on anybody. I needed just a little bit, 500 or 1,000 would have made a big difference to be able to spoil the kids more on the weekend. I hit that in the first month. I doubled that in the second month. And I kept setting new goals and new heights. And I kept pushing and pushing and pushing. I got through that last semester easily. I went to work at the airport with letters of recommendation. I was there for 8 months. And I made the decision to quit my job, walk away, and I've been here ever since. I raised my kids on this industry. Everything I've accomplished, everything I've purchased, every piece of property I own, everything I've done was because of this industry and this business. It's opened up doors for me I didn't know existed. It actually turned my life completely around from an aviation mechanic that was stressed out and worried about how much, he swiped his credit card every vacation with the kids when I got the bill in the mail, to the one that had 2 or 3 cards and could swipe them all he wanted and didn't care about it. Actually, at one point, I had an accountant opening an envelope for me and paying the bills because I didn't even want to see it. It gave me time freedom. I went from the dad who hardly ever got to see my kids, 16, 17, 18-hour days. I was lucky if I got home to have dinner with them. It was usually give them a kiss on the forehead, tell them to brush their teeth and go to bed, right? And every one of you dads out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We missed so much of them growing up and all the stuff that happened throughout those years. I went from that dad that barely got to see him to the dad who, guess what? Got to put him on the bus. I got to take him off the bus. I got to go to every football practice from Pee-wee football when the helmet was bigger than him, all the way through high school, and I never missed a game and never missed a practice. I went to every volleyball practice because I had a daughter that played volleyball. I went to every cheerleading practice and cheer camp, and I was that silly dad on the sidelines with the pom-poms trying to learn a routine and making everybody laugh, right? And when the high school needed a bowling coach because they were joining a travel league, guess who raised their hand and became the bowling coach for the high school? I did. Why? I can already love to bowl. I had my ABC card. I've been bowling for years, and I got to spend more time with my kids. Why did I do it? Because I could. It gave me a chance to spend even more time with my children. Everything I've done was that every decision I've ever made was, what can I do for my kids? What kind of future, what kind of life am I giving them? What else can I do for my kids? And every time I set another goal, I would look my kids in the eye and go, this is why I work hard so every day. This is why I work so hard, and I'm here every day. That's why I show up every day. What can I do for my kids? It changed the course of my life. I remember a couple of years into the business, I called Rory up one day, and there's 2 things I said to him that made all my uncles that thought I was silly for doing this and not working for the airlines. I said, Rory, I'm now making more in 2 months. I earn more in 2 months than anybody I've ever known or anybody in my family earns in an entire year. That's crazy, isn't it? And now I'm getting checks out of 18 countries, and I've never visited those countries, and I don't speak their language because of the power of the internet and the system that we have in front of us. And the system you guys have today, so much better than what I had back then, trust me. It's so much better. The technology alone is incredible. And thankfully, we have Rory leading the way with that techie brain of his, that love of mass communication, that love of lead generation, that love of being an online marketer, that love of teaching other people, that love of helping other families, and staying on top of the technology with all the partnerships that he's created over the years to give you the opportunity to achieve whatever you want. If you just came here to make an extra 500 or 1,000 like I did, great. Every piece of that puzzle that you need to do that is there in place, and all you got to do is plug in and follow the steps. If you want to make that much a week, great, same thing. You want to make 3 times that a week or a month, great, same thing. Just get plugged in, follow the steps. Do like I did back then, make a decision, become a a student of the industry and a student of the system. And as soon as you figure those two things out, learn a couple little new skills along the way, and just reach out there and have that, get on that mission of helping as many other people as you can. You will get there. There's only one mistake you can make, Javita. What do you think it is? Give up on yourself and quit. That's the only mistake you can make here. Give up on yourself and quit. If you do that, you give up on yourself and quit, I assure you, you're not going to get wherever it was you wanted to go to. If you don't give up on yourself and quit, I assure you, you're going to get to wherever it was you came here to achieve. Make sense? Welcome to RRR247. These are exciting times, and this is a great time to be a part of it. So for all you new folks, gosh, dive in, hold on tight, put your hat on, get your pencil behind your ear. You know, those late mornings where you just got the kids off to school and you're ready to hurry up and get at your desk and start typing, start learning, and start getting out there. We've got everything for you to do so. And that's because of our co-founders, Rory and Tanya. They are two people who get up every morning, have a cup of coffee, just like this, and they say, what can we do to help Christy and Jeffrey and Jovita build their business? What can we do to help you hit your goals? What can we do to help Dolores understand what we have here and she can take it to whatever country she wants? What can we do to make it easier to understand and easier for people to get it in motion? Whatever that is, whatever ideas they have, they implement it, they put it in the system, they get on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and they teach you how to do that. You've got some incredible people behind you. I've known them for 3 decades. I call him my brother. I call her my sister. I have that privilege. We're family because that's what happens after 3 decades, right? When you work with somebody for 3 decades, you become family. And that's what all of us are here. Linda, I called her my sister. We met through the industry, but she's a sister to me. Where'd Candace go? There's so many people inside here. If I try to get half of those names for you, I would miss half of them. So go check all the other Tuesday nights and you'll meet our industry. So here I am, 64 years old, loving what I do, loving the system, doing it with the love of my life, who is also in the company and the system. And we are having a blast helping other people because that's all we want to do. That's all we want to do for the rest of our lives. Take Rory and Tanya's story, take their dream, take their vision, and help as many other families as we can. And everything will open up for everybody that way. So welcome to RRR247. Without any further delay, you guys are in for a treat because we're going to dive right in. My brother, our co-founder, the techie brain behind all this energy and behind all this technology and behind the link post blogging, Mr. Rory Rickard, the microphone's yours.
Smile.
There he is.
I got an awesome night for you guys. So we have chat open, right?
I've been sick.
Yes, it's on.
Thanks, Brill. Okay.
You're welcome.
I want to put every MSI, PSI, GSI, CSI on alert. I want you guys to pay attention to every one of your students and the exercise we're about to do. All right. Now, I'm gonna record this separately because I want the chat. All right. Okay, so here goes. We're gonna do something I haven't done here for a while. We do it at our live events as much as we can. We're gonna go into RRR time. Reset, refocus, recommit. I have a very set purpose I want to do. Very specific. So I'm going to walk you guys through how we do the reset, refocus, recommit. We got a lot of new people. You've probably never done this with me before. It's way better in a live room with the energy of everybody doing it. But we're going to do it here. Everybody should be in a pretty quiet situation already. And I'm going to walk you through it. Okay. And as we do this exercise, when you get your mind clear, I'm going to tell you where to go. And I want you to go there and I want you to visualize it. And then I want you to When I tell you it's time, I want you to type it out in the chat for everybody to see. Okay? I want you to declare it to the family. All right? Now, I'll tell you what it is. We're gonna go through this exercise, okay? I always close my eyes when I do this as much as I can. Like usually I got to concentrate and it's kind of hard to do it if your eyes are watching other things. So in order to reset, I need to I go to my happy place, I guess, right? For me, that's the top of a mountain, snow. Okay, that's mine. I like the middle of the ocean as well with nothing to see. I don't want to see anything. Okay. So I go to the mountain, and so what I do is I have an exercise and I'm gonna talk it out and then we'll do it. There's a couple things that I've always suggested. One, if you're like me and the mountain is your energy zone, fabulous. Okay. I like it with snow because with that I can be at the top of the mountain and I have snow and I try to drift off every thought that comes to my mind. I want a clear head. Okay. And sometimes, this takes a while to get there sometimes. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. If the snow doesn't work for you, see what I like about the snow is I can visualize rabbit tracks or a rabbit making the tracks and I see the wind clear it off. And that's that's an exercise I do to clear my mind, right? If I have a thought come in there, that's a twig. And then I have the wind blow the twig away and it just clear my mind. And it takes as long as it takes. If the snow and the mountain doesn't work for you, the sand on a beach works. And if the sand is too hard, just go into the clear water, right? Or go out to the water. Water, mountains, all right, ocean, beaches, mountains. That's usually what I find the solace for me. It's never been inside of a building. It's never been the office space. It's always been nature for me, right? An element of nature that I can clear my mind. All right. And it's gotta be something where you gotta have an exercise that you wipe away those thoughts. Okay. Because you have to reset. You want a clear head. And after we reset, then we're going to go to refocus. Okay. And when we refocus, we're going to go to, okay, why are we doing this? What is the direction we want to go? Right. What's our why? Okay. And then we're going to recommit to that. And recommitting means, what am I going to do to make that happen? How bad do I want it? What am I willing to do, basically? Okay. And it's reset, refocus, recommit. And you got to do that. And sometimes this is something you got to do throughout the day. I do it all the time. And it's a habit, right? It's something I do just like breathing. And what we have life that hits, right? And in the day, you get knocked off your track. You got to get back on the track to go get the stuff done you want for the day, or else you lose the whole day and you didn't get anything done. All right. And for many of us, if you're working a full-time job and this is your plan B to become plan A, if you keep bumping out the day and things get in the way, plan B is not going to happen. Then you put it off to the next day and the day becomes a week becomes a month, and a month becomes a year, and you're not getting things done, right? Well, if you have a way to reset, refocus, recommit, and get back on, maybe you can get back on and do a little bit today versus not doing any today. You start learning how to prioritize your wants, your desires, your whys. Why are you doing this? Okay. So, and then we're going to do some recap. I have a lot to go over today, and this is just a mental directive today. Okay. Like that, Andrea. Okay. So everybody, let's close your eyes and go to your happy place. Now, if you've never done this before, you can change your happy place. You don't have to go to the same place, but you want to find a place you're comfortable to just put your mind. Okay. So close your eyes and go there. And we're going to take some time to do this. Again, you're going to go there and you're just going to basically lay out your troubles, the interference in your mind. You want to clear your mind, get rid of all the noise. Right? Get rid of all the noise, get rid of the office politics, get rid of, the issues with the kids, get rid of the issues with the spouse, maybe just eliminate them and just clear it. Just get to a clear mind. And if I feel like there's a lot of things going on, whatever's coming into my mind, again, I trade that for like footprints in the snow and I see it blown away to where it's smooth again. And and it helps that I've actually been in this situation where I've been on the very top of the mountain peak. There's no trees this high. There's nothing there but the peak of the mountain, and it's covered in snow. And the only thing you see is more snow, right? And it's beautiful up there, and you can't hear anything but your thoughts, right? It took a snowmobile to get me up there, and it's off, right? It's chilling, right? I've enjoyed the ride to get up there, and now it's just solace and quiet. And I want to put myself in a really good state to just really feel where I'm at in my life right now, where I'm going. And this is an exercise that I do all the time to get back on track. Like, you get frustrated, things get in your way, something happens, like you're going to be doing your V marketing, for instance, and then you get a call, you got to go pick up your grandson at school or something, and it takes you off your plan to get things done. Well, you got to get back on it, right? How fast you get back on it, how fast you get rid of the stuff that got in the way, clear your mind and jump back on it. And it's amazing. It's like we get a phone call that jars us. Well, how do you put that aside and get back to work? That's what you got to do. This is what reset, refocus, recommit is all about. This is what RRR stands for in the RRR247. It's reset, refocus, recommit, and as much as it takes, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because this is a skill to keep on track to accomplish your goals. Like, you've got to be focused to get done. You've got to get rid of the excuses. You got to get rid of the things that jump in the way of your priorities. You got to make your priorities important and block out the other things. Say no to things you can say no to, so you can say yes to you, your dreams, and your vision of where you want to go. So you got to reset, right? And reset means you just got to calm things down so that you can get back on focus on what really matters to you right now. We all carry a lot of noise, and the little things that really don't matter often get in the way of our dreams and what we want to do. It's common. It's a very common. They get in the way a lot. And how fast can you get rid of those? You've always heard, don't sweat the small stuff. Well, you're sweating it. We all do. How do you eliminate that? How do you, go to that calm reset? So you want to reset. And I'll be quiet for a while. You guys get to that reset spot, and everything should be calm. And your mind should be pretty clear. And if your mind's racing again, assign it to something. If you're in the water, right, it can be moss, it could be seaweed, it could be debris that's got to just be pass through on the water, and it's got to like brush up the shore so you're out there. Or if you're in the sand, maybe it's the sand smoothing out, and you got something that gets in the way, and it's like it's a ripple in the sand, and then all of a sudden the water comes up and it just washes it away. It's good to have an exercise like that. So that's why the beach works. That's why, the open ocean works. Go into the water if the beach is just too cluttered for you, right? Just go into the water, go in the calm of the water, and put yourself in a calm lagoon, not crazy waters, right? You want to be in a calm, restful place. Maybe a swimming pool. The middle of the swimming pool is a calm place. I could see that working for some, right? And especially if you can relate to it, right? You've been there a lot. You know what it feels like to have that. Let's go back to the refocus. If you've had time, hopefully you had time to clear and refocus. Like, what are your priorities? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing this for? What's this plan B for? What's this plan A for? What are we trying to accomplish, right? What's our physical goals again? What's our income goals, right? Money it's a resource we need, right? We can't do a lot of things without it. It's the currency that we need, the energy we need to accomplish things, right? It's what we exchange for other things that we want and desire, right? It's a necessary thing. You can't do anything without money. So what are your goals, right? What are those? Where do you want to be with it? What is that? What is that financial goal? What is that time freedom goal? Why do you want to get out of your job? What do you want to do with that time instead of, the 2-hour commutes or the 3-hour daily commutes back and forth? I mean, there's got to be a gazillion things you'd rather do than driving to the office and back, or driving to the workplace or back. There's got to be, right? And then that work that you're doing for somebody else. I mean, wouldn't you rather be building, your family's dreams and directions? What's going to allow you to do that? Like what is your why? What is your why? Why are you doing this? Think about it. You surely know what that is, right? At this point, you should have already, kind of have that, figured out. And if not, no better time than now. Think about it. And go over your dreams. And you know what? It's good to have, okay, what prioritize them. Okay, I need to do this first before I get that. You can't make 1,000 a week if you're not making 500. And if you're making 1,000 a week and you want to go to 2,000, that makes sense. You can't just jump up to 2,000. You got to have a breaking point and a starting point, right? You got to have something. You got to have your goals, right? You want to make 10,000 a week. You want to make 20,000 a week and be a millionaire a year. You want to be in the millionaire club where you're making more than $1 million a year. Okay, how are we going to get there? Right? We're going to have to stair step it. What are we going to commit to? What are we going to follow? Right? Where do you want to be? That's the refocus part. Refocus on what you want to accomplish. If we don't know where we're going, we're sure as heck not going to get there, right? Okay. Then we want to recommit to getting it done and putting the resources in place to make that happen. And we're actually gonna talk about that as far as everything we can provide you as here at RRR247. So as we're getting through this exercise and you open your eyes, oh, I you guys are already putting this in there. I want you to specifically spell it out. All right. And I want you to go as specific as possible. If you already don't once, go ahead and do it again. Like Carmen, financial freedom. Well, financial freedom means what to use? Be specific. You want to make enough money, you cover all the bills, can travel the world. What does that mean to you? Bethany Cook, that's even better. Financial freedom, debt free, 1,000 a week. Okay, that's pretty specific. I like that. Rebecca, let's see. I like the bigger goals too because you guys, if you can accomplish a small goal, you can accomplish a big goal. It's just sticking through with it. It's you can do anything in this world with time and money. Anything, time and money. And with Triple R247, we're investing the money into you. You're investing the time. I mean, I want you to think about that, and we're gonna really break into some things. Yeah, keep it coming, guys. This is good. This is really good today. Dell, that's the specifics I want. That's what I like. David Camp, love that. We need a little bit more specific, right? The more specific, the better. When you're asking the universe, you're asking God for things, you got to tell him what you want specifically. You've got to ask for it. I talk about my MCRC process, right? You got to manifest it, you got to claim it, you got to receive it, you got to celebrate it. But you got to be specific when you're manifesting. I'm liking this, Melissa. I like it, Jay. We're getting better. We're getting better, guys. We're getting the specifics better. Okay. Rhonda, what you're doing is exactly what I want to see. The really specifics like that, and I hope and I want to make sure you're writing this down for yourself too. Like I have it here. I want to take a stamp of this. That's why I'm recording it, just so I can do that. This is a really good exercise, guys. Carol Lewis, I love that. Rebecca, that is exactly what I set out to do when I started doing this at a very young age. I wanted legacy wealth. I didn't want my grandkids to worry about anything. I wanted to be able to create a path that we could create that generational wealth. Absolutely. Whoever iPhone is, that's a great direction. And Karen Weatherford, yeah. Okay. Good specifics. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go to the next part of this. And actually, I in the reset, refocus, recommit, I went a little longer than it went by quick. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. You guys keep that coming. I'm going to start off on my Facebook page because you guys, I'm posting these awesome memes of all the Jeunesse products on a very regular basis. And I got to tell you, I'm getting comments, I'm getting feedback. I know I'm grabbing traffic. I also want to tell you that these images are being shared outside of our users, even though our link's on the bottom. I found other Jeunesse representatives sharing my exact links because of where I share them. And it's awesome. They gain traction, you guys, and they look so freaking professional. I've gotten lots of compliments. I've had marketing friends like, "Oh my gosh, Roy, these look really good," and I'm like, "Thanks." You know, I didn't create them, but thanks. Okay, I'm gonna go here, you guys. This is the headlines and ad training. I'm gonna I'm gonna put this in the chat. You guys are keeping on going, which is great. You guys should all have this link. It's in session 2, going to session 3 email. This is the email. This is the link that takes you to the headlines and ad training. In here, and it's covering the training, guys. I'm going to cover this, but I have a couple of things in here I want to go over. So I'm going to go to this, and I put this together in my trainings a long time ago. But there's 5 steps for a pathway to accomplishing your dreams, and it's 5 steps, right? You got to state your dream, and then you got to make your dream a goal. Then you got to give your goal a deadline. And then you got to map out an action plan to achieve your goal by the deadline. And then you got to apply the resources and go into action. The 5th step is where normally where people have a breakdown, because in those resources, right, it's usually financial. You got your time and you got money. And almost everyone has one or the other. Very few have both. That's what we're striving to get, right? That's the golden life of time and financial freedom, where you have plenty of money and you have plenty of time, right? You know, you look at a doctor and they're spending a lot of time doing the surgeries and being on call. They have money but no time. That's actually most professional situations, right? You know, and then you have people that have a lot of time, but they don't have a lot of money. Well, I want to, express that, we're good for people here. If people have a lot of money and no time, we got to work together to share that within the teams. We train on this a lot. But if you have a lot of time and no money, well, that's where our philanthropy comes in because we fund your marketing. Remember, there's three big reasons people don't succeed in business. It's lack of knowledge, know-how, and capital to market. We provide all of that here. So you've got to just make priorities to open up your time to apply it to what we teach you and support you with. Okay, that's going to take me to the next part. 3 skill sets needed for your RRR247 businesses. And again, this is going to help you understand, like, when you refocus and you go over your why, what you want to accomplish, well, I'm going to give you the tools to teach you how to fish to make those all happen, right? Your time and the resources and skills are going to allow you to make every one of your dreams a reality if you do the work and trust the processes, right? So there's 3 skill sets. And I'm going to get a lot more specific in the trainings on these, because if I can teach you these, right, I taught you how to fish. And when I say it's no longer a Rory teaching. It's Rory and the leadership that's brought in by Rory, that's brought in other leadership that they brought in from this very system that works. The very fact there are so many people here on this training, it should be reason for everybody here to understand this works. People need to see belief or have belief that something works to be part of it. Well, you're seeing it every Tuesday you come on here. You're seeing proof that this works. And what we're doing in the leadership is teaching you the very skills that we had to learn to succeed. There's 3 skill sets. There's the art of the PBS, the performance blogging system, right? Understanding and knowing how to create offer pages, how to work with the layout and navigation of the category pages, how to create cluster pages and cross-reference circularly related keywords and products connected to those keywords. And there's probably a little few more, but I'm trying to spell it out so you guys, these are what you need to learn. How to get a PBS, right? If you've got Google AdSense, you've learned a lot of the art of the PBS. And you've learned how to make articles and write things and post ads and generate traffic. You've learned that. And you're only going to get better by doing it longer, right? There's no shortcut to experience learned. That's how it goes. Then we go to the art of the BRT, or also known as the art of communication. How to build, how do you do the build relationship and trust? Once established, then you're able to share an idea, concept, or in our case, the way PBS and the RRR247 businesses work. This is all about listening and truly caring for the person you are looking to work with in your team. And there's a lot more to it, but I just put a couple bullet points. Right? So here's our dashboard, right? The art of the PBS, how we, build this and how we build all that, right? How we do it all, right? This is for mine. This is Rory 3. So the art of the PBS. And I've done a bunch of advanced stuff on this one. I mean, this one, I got a lot on here, right? And it's growing in traffic. I've really been enjoying the direction we're going with it. But this is the art of the PBS, right? And you guys, I'm really good at it because I've been doing it for a long time. It's one of those things you get better and better at it. And as I've been redoing the training, I mean, the new pages I'm creating now are so good. I'm improving even upon my own stuff. That's what happens when you do it over and over again. You get better. You learn more, you see more, you go through more training, you do more. I invest a lot of my time into learning more what's going on the internet. I'm constantly reading, studying, talking to people, networking, constantly learning. I didn't just learn everything and knew it all. No, I don't know everything. I'm really keen on the fact that I don't know everything. I don't know what's coming out tomorrow, new things, new directions, and people are figuring things out. I believe in a community of learning. We have a great one here. Second skill set, right? The art of the BRT. Well, we have this V marketing training we get you into in session 3. After you've gone through session 1 and session 2, and you guys, there is a 3-hour video here that really teaches you how to do this. But the best way to learn this is just to dive in and do it. It's like swimming. You're not going to learn through osmosis. The third skill set is the art of the CRM. That's what we operate our business to, and do it in scalability. And we teach this in our instructor trainings. We go over this constantly on our V marketing trainings. You're learning how to do it. And these are the three areas, right? And listen, these are all systems. These are all browser-based technology, right? Our PBS is browser-based, right? The V marketing itself, how to do it and do the art of the BRT, that's what we learn here. And then you apply it to the CRM, which we utilize and control our whole organization. All this is browser-based. All these are things that once you learn how to do it, you can control from a smartphone even. Everything we have is cutting edge technologies. And as simple as we try to keep our PBSs and the way they look and feel, the technology that's running on and it's protecting it is so cutting edge. So now I'm going to come back to everybody. You state your dream. You make it a goal. And you guys need to write these down. You know, this is why we love it when Tanya does like the vision boards and plans that stuff out there. But you need to write it down. You need to be focused on why you're doing the work, right? You need to know why you're going to struggle through days of V marketing or, you know, handle things getting off or just weird things that happen. Why are you going to push through that? What's the reward you're going for? You need to know so you do the hard. It's not always pleasant. It doesn't always go golden, right? We're dealing with people, and sometimes, you know, we just talk to the wrong people for a series, right? There's things that just don't go perfect. And then there's days that are just awesome and amazing. But what gets us through the hard stuff is it, you know, the easy stuff, or when it's going really, you know, really good and things are just popping, that's fun. That's easy. What's challenging is when it's not easy. What pushes us through has to be our why. Our why has to be so big that if you were to lose it, you would cry. You got to dream big to achieve big. But you also can dream and break it down in steps and do all that. So again, you know, I go over the five steps to get there. We cover the hardest things, which is the action items. If you apply your time and utilize V marketing and utilize the performance blogging system and everything we train here, we give you the vehicles, the resources to make the income come in. Most of our dreams are income derivatives, meaning if we don't have enough money, we don't have the dream. It's a resource we need, right? It's an exchange. We don't have enough energy to exchange for what we want. We can't get it. So how do we create more energy or more currency? We have an economic solution with the whole RRR247 businesses, from our PBSs and everything they create to the teamwork and the structures we have in building and distribution and product sales of things that people love, want, and desire. Everything you want to accomplish as a dream, the vehicles that we give you at RRR247 can get you there. And we do it in such a big way. We provide the marketing, the knowledge, the know-how, and the funding of it to do it in a bigger way, to use the V marketing to grow your teams so that you can benefit from not only your PBS and growth, but your team's PBSs and growth and their teams and their teams and their teams. The more people involved in your business, the more you're going to make. There is no shortcut to that. But because of the power of leverage and working in teams, you don't do it by yourself. And the more you help others and the more you make yourself replaceable because you let them grow and develop in the system, the more you can accomplish, the bigger the dreams you can accomplish. That's how this all works. I can say it a million ways. This is how it works. And it's brilliant. You just gotta do what's necessary to take advantage of it, right? You've got to do the V marketing. Nobody is going to create a big income here if they're not part of the team building with the V marketing. Because this is a pay it forward process. That's why it works. It works because we pour into it and we reciprocate that work to the next generation of people coming in, and the next layer, and the next generation, the next generation. We pay it forward. And sometimes we're paying it forward so many generations deep to help the team. And the more we do, the more we're going to get back. The more people I help, regardless of, you know, who's the structure they're in under RRR, it doesn't matter. Everybody wins in that. It's all paying it forward. The bigger your teams become, the more you get to help. And because we have this incredible CRM, we can manage people. We can manage our organizations. Rebecca, it is one community. It's one utopian community. We get to rise everybody up. And those that want to do more, get more. Some people you look at it. Some people their financial dreams are a number that's not it's significantly lower than other numbers, right? We all can accomplish everything here. We've created millionaires here. And we've created people that are just happy with those extra hundreds a week. And you know what? Whatever it is, it's here. It's here. And everybody can get what they want out of it if they're willing to do the work and put into it. And we do it with leverage. And you guys, those that are trying to achieve more, they're going to help a lot more people along the way because that's the way it works. There's no shortcut. You've got to help a lot of other people get what they want to get what you want. That's a glorious thing. And it forces us to help everybody rise up, which is just a happy place to be. You guys, we've done the impossible. Things everybody said was impossible. We've been doing it here at RRR247 since day one. Okay. I'm actually, this is a good point. Here's what we're going to do now. All right. Now, and I'm going to put this here. We're going to go right to the millionaire course, and we're going to do this today. And I actually might do this on every Tuesday. We're not going to go to the new link yet. We're going to stay right here. And I don't care if you're starting to do your V-marketing yet. Maybe you're not even through session 1 or 2 yet. We have V-marketing. And I like commitments. I want to know everybody that's doing it. And even if you got a 0, like if you didn't do any time doing it, you didn't do any hours, it's a 0. I want you to account for it today. Here's what I know about accountability. When we make ourselves accountable to ourselves and our teams, it adds a little bit of extra pressure to go to work because you realize if I get going, who else am I going to inspire and help out along the way? You know what's good about what we have here? And I'm going to put it in a perspective. Yes, Joel, add in last week's as well since we weren't able to do it yet last time. Christina, that's awesome. You're brand new. Your website's not yet. That's okay. We're going to have you go into the V-Marketing Challenge. And it's really, you're just going to be putting your name and stating it. So, Brio, would you share the link for everybody here, please?
Yes, so I created a new link. It's the same thing for the Millionaire Club, but it just makes it easier. So it's from the beginning of this year to current. So when you pull it up, you'll see it's empty. I will go in and fix those to what the numbers were. But because I wasn't here last week, if you want to go in and put your guys' last week info in, and then where the column is pink, that's where the new is. It will just make it easier. Also, before I put the link, the people that put their name in on the old millionaire call, your name is now in, so it's alphabetized. So just find your name. If your name's not on the list, there's a green bar that says new student. Just put your name under there. But first look for your name before you put, because I don't want you to be on the sheet more than once. So hopefully that makes sense. So I will share the link with you
I want you to
guys.
share can you share your screen and walk them through exactly what you just said?
Yes. Okay, so this is
A lot
the
of
new
you
sheet.
on here. I'm throwing this out as an audible today.
Okay, so this is the new, oh, let me close this. So this is the new sheet. It's basically just like our old one. So this is our old one. This is the new one. The new one, you'll see it says empty. Everybody is alphabetized. So if you scroll all the way down to the very, very bottom, there is a green bar. If your name is not up here in one of these, if your name's not up here, put your information on down below where it says new people, instructor, MSI. Now, these ones, do not mess with these. I will go in and put everybody's information in. This one, from AR all the way to AZ, you guys can put your information in because I wasn't here last week because I wasn't feeling good. So from AR to AZ, you guys can put your information in. Do not touch AP all the way this way. I will do that. So it just makes it easier. So again, it's from the beginning of the year, from January to current, just so that we can make it easier for everybody. So I will share it. Hopefully that
Actually,
makes sense.
I want to do. This is gonna.
Oh,
I think we should do it quarterly.
okay,
So when we get done with March, you're gonna do another one for April, May, June, and then July, August, September, October,
perfect.
November,
Oh, I
December.
love that. That is even better. I love that.
Because it does get
So,
really big and carry it over. So if you're new and you're not on this list, it doesn't matter the order. You just go ahead and fill out a line. Make sure no one else is on there. So type your name in first so that we know that you're there.
correct.
And if you guys haven't gotten started in V marketing yet, that's okay. Just put a 0. I want accountability every Tuesday. Hey, this is where so we know you're there. Because you know what? A lot of us are just getting ready to get things going. Maybe we want to get through session 1, session 2, modify our system. That's fine. But I want accountability because this is the one thing that we get to give you to make your dreams come true. It's the one thing we actually get to put in there. I can't build your PBS for you. I can teach you everything I know how to get it going. I can't build it for you. You got to do that, right? And I can't go post ads for you. You got to do that, right? I can't index. That's something you're going to do as you do the process. That's fine. I can teach you how to do it, but I can't do it for you. Via marketing to add stuff to, well, we found a way where we can fund the marketing and give you access to build your teams. That's why we focus on V marketing, because it's where I can actually impact you the most. It's where the leaders can impact you the most. And once you see how powerful that is, you'll understand why it's like the sooner you get involved in it, the better. But if you're not ready to do it yet, still accountability. I'm 0 for 0. I'm going to get it ready. And then it becomes something you're focused on. It becomes something you get ready for.
So I have seen everybody in the chat, so thank you. So yes, I'm putting it in now. Again, if your name, before you put your name at the bottom of line 322, look and see if you find your name first. If not, then put your name under the green bar. But don't do it if you see your name, because it confuses it. And then your name's on there like multiple times. So I'm gonna put the link in. Again, look for your name first. And then you guys can leave your instructor and MSI empty as well. I will go in and fix those. So AZ, yeah, or AR all the way to AZ is what you guys can touch. I'm putting the link in now.
There's the link, guys. We all can click on it. It can handle all several hundred of us.
Yes. And then once everybody puts their information, I will lock it like I usually do. So. And you guys might be a different number than you were in the last millionaire number. So like, for instance, I might, yeah, so you don't need it. So.
It says it's view only.
Yeah, you can't type on it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I will resend it. Sorry, I was working on it, and so I kind of got a little frazzled. Okay, now I'll try it. See if it will work. If not, I will put a new link in. I'll just put a new link in anyways. It's the same link. I was gonna say, is that your laugh, Niall? I was like, what is that? What did we do? Is it working, guys?
Yes, I'm going to teach you guys some very good methodology and processes to take advantage of things here. We're going to break it down every Tuesday. And you guys, when we get to impact a lot of lives when we operate everything here. I mean, everything was structured to reach out to as many people as we physically can, and then to gain through leverage. And the bigger your team is, the more people you're reaching out. And you guys understand that you're a big part of this. We all get to be a very big impact if we choose to be. Every new student we bring in and associate to our team is duplicating our leverage of the impact we make in the world. There's a ripple effect in anything, good and evil. And when you get to help somebody, maybe you helping them brings in them to help somebody else, but your ripple created that entire connection. Okay. The next part of the millionaire course.
Karen Needham said if you guys cannot get in, refresh the document. She's my techie.
Refresh the document, guys.
So, because people are typing, I can see.
Exit out of it completely and go back into it.
Yes.
Rory, do you want YouTube Live to still be on?
Oh, well, yeah, because we're about ready to leave here and go. I'm going to go into the millionaire. We're going to go into the second part of the millionaire course where anybody that's added a new PBS student last week through Sunday night at midnight Eastern, there's a sheet. You know who you are. We're going to go into the instructor room, and we're gonna finish off the night there. Those that are you brand new, if you get it when you're doing the B marketing, you get a PBS student. I want you to get at least one a week. If you're doing 5 a week, you're probably making $500. You're doing 10 a week, you're probably adding 1,000 a week to your income. You do that consistently, you find the duplication, things start growing, and that's what develops the incomes, the bigger incomes. It's all measurable. Yeah, close the sheet, then come into this chat and click on the link again. It will work. We're going to go 4 more minutes. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this at the end of every Tuesday. We're going to cut over to this sheet, do accountability, everybody. And then those that have a PBS, we're going to go into the instructor room and do the millionaire course call that I do with those that are doing it active. Like we're going to be tying in that energy. Brielle, can you repost the link?
Yes, I was just about to. Also, again, because I do see some questions in there again. If your name is not in the alphabetized order, just add it to the line. But if your name is already above, don't re-add your name, if that makes sense. And then like Rory said, I will be making this quarterly, so you guys will have a new sheet, a new link. It will just help it better, be more organized.
Gerald, if you're spelled wrong, let Brielle know.
Yes. Yeah, I copied and pasted everything from the old one to the new one. So if your name, if it's incorrect, I will fix it.
Oh,
So listen, if it's not working, you guys have the link. Okay. Brielle, let it be edible for a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
You guys, it might just be traffic related.
Yes.
Calm down for 15 minutes, go back in and edit it. Yeah, bookmark the link.
Yes. Because this is the new one you guys will use. You will not be using that old one.
Yeah, we might have overwhelmed it. We break everything here.
Yes, we do. And then Gerald, I just fixed your name. Your line 116. So
Yeah, Kelly, we'll leave it on for a little bit. You guys check it in like 10, 15 minutes. All right, everybody with a PBS in the last week's period, I'll see the instructor call. I'm going to close this out in 2 minutes, and then we'll go right to the instructor call. Cynthia Lowry, just wait a few minutes. People will get out of it. The top and left columns are frozen, right? Real?
yeah. Yes. Yeah. And I can see there's 80 plus people in it. And I know sometimes when we're on the old one, people would be like, I can't. So just
I'm going to
wait.
bow out of the YouTube. So everybody on YouTube,
So like
if you have